less steps between the data and the data collection and analysis is possible. The less the steps, the better.
Yeah.
And this is where the choice of software becomes absolutely crucial. So approach to centralization usually depends on the need of the company. And I think this needs normally dictate what type of software vendor to choose, so that software vendor can enable the possibility of that data.
How does centralizing data and processes contribute to scaling your practice? And when did you guys kind of decide or realize that you needed to centralize that data? And does this have an impact on how you're able to see more patients with a lower rate of mistakes?
No, absolutely. So this is not a decision you just make on a spot. So our organization really kept evolving and kept changing. And I think it wasn't just a decision. I think it was more of a journey that we started about, believe it or not, 10 years ago, or less than 10 years ago. So as we grew, problems grew, right? I mean, it's normal. We had a lot of growing pains. So what we started noticing, the management was more reactive since we had really hard times identifying where the problems were in a timely manner. So this was a really big push, how we do get ourselves out of the reactive management into more proactive management. And for that, it was one aspect, aside from having operational systems in place, one aspect became how do we accomplish this task operationally when the organization grows and set a fair system for individuals to reach their true potential. How do we unravel every potential that employee has and make it more fun, right? So the only way to deploy an objective and unbiased metrics is really to start thinking about having the data ecosystem as literally the path to a single source of truth. And fundamentally, which really gives fundamentally people the way to empower people who work for your organization. So the key basically that we learned, collecting the data and consistently transferring the data is extremely time consuming and daunting process, because you have these data silos that live everywhere. You're trying to collect, you're trying to make sense out of it. And let's face it, dentists are not data scientists. We have a good scientific background, but the problem is at the end of the day, we're not mathematicians. Hiring somebody with that expertise can be very pricey. It's very difficult. And normally we're just so busy, we don't think in that way. So we try to do everything ourselves. So unintegrated and scattered data throughout multiple software systems really required a lot of dedicated effort from multiple team members. And we were still not getting the result. So more steps, basically, idea was, okay, we need to find technology, or we need to find a technology platform, or we need to partner up with the technology provider. The software and technology partner here acts as enabler for the company to get to the next level. So this is where it was a big process.
Yeah. No, I think that's a really a lot of really good stuff. I mean, I think, to kind of try and sum some of that up, it sounds like having access to the data and kind of unfettered access to the data allows you to make better decisions and make them more quickly, right? Because I have access to the data, I know what's truly happening, I can assess that, and then I can make the best decision possible for my business in reality, not in this kind of extrapolated version of things.
Correct. And you can act more in real time, and you can really address the problems much faster, because problems arise. Any organization will have problems. It's impossible. That's how we grow. But to react to not react after that's happened, but proactively identifying where the pitfalls may be, or to find where the fail points are and address based on the data that you have.